Sup, I'm Asher, and this video's topic is the coffin of Andy and Leyley. Okay, before we start this, I think the story of this game is pretty interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I love how expressive the artwork is and the whole style. I enjoy the goofy, chronically online humor, but what I don't like is that the two main characters are siblings. If it wasn't for that one grueling fact, I would love this game, and it would probably have a decent-sized fandom. I won't be going over the plot of the game in this video, but I will leave a link to a video by Cap Sensi in the description if you want to check it out. He did a good job covering what happens in the game. With that said, let's get into my redesigns of the main characters. First, we have Andrew. I kept his classic black sweater, but turned it into a turtleneck, and put a lighter, looser sweater on top. This both adds another color to his design, and gives you a little bit more to look at in his fairly plain design. Granted, I do think that Andrew isn't the type to dress out, especially in comparison to Ashley. I pulled in aspects from the younger versions we see of these characters to subtly show that neither of them have changed much in the last 15 years. While drawing Andrew, I unfortunately didn't get to clutter his design with patterns and accessories, though I very well would have put a pants chain and pins if I weren't going for such a minimalistic design for him. This was kind of disappointing for me, but thankfully I did get to do Ashley's design right after, and I redeemed myself with patterns and accessories all over her. Overall, despite not changing much on Andrew's design, I still like the way he came out and the art is cute, so no complaints from me. Of course, I'll probably redesign him again when the game is actually complete. As of right now, we only have 2 chapters. Now it's time for our girl, our favorite pink-eyed degenerate, Ashley. Ashley was actually really enjoyable for me to design due to me being a maximalist and her design being able to be really decorated. Just like what I did for Andrew, I took inspiration from the younger version of Ashley that we get to see in the game. Thankfully for me, there's a lot more to work with Ashley's younger design. The elements that I used from the younger version of Ashley are the belt buckle, striped shirt, and hair clips. You can also see on my take of her choker, there's a little pink rabbit to represent the little rabbit that she uses throughout the game to represent herself. I also decided to add knee-high socks, a checkered belt, and ear piercings to Ashley. I had a lot of fun designing Ashley, especially since I'm a sucker for throwing patterns all over the character. I feel like her design came out pretty cute, so on to the next topic. If I were to change anything I wanted about the coffin of Andy and Leyley, it would be to remove the incest. I would simply change the characters to be childhood best friends. This would also mean you wouldn't have to rewrite any of the childhood scenes that are already in the game, and it would work perfectly fine with this dynamic. We can say Ashley had feelings for Andrew and just never grew out of that, thus why she acts the way she does in present day. In terms of the actual game, we can either make them roommates, or make one of the characters the roommate of the cultist that dies next door in the beginning of the game. That's why it would make sense for both characters to be there right at the beginning of our gameplay. To minimize rewriting as much as possible, just make the shared parents in the game Ashley's parents because she can still have that same motivation she does in the base game. I would also like to mention we should probably age up the mom by like 2 or 3 years because she mentions being 20 when Andrew was 7, meaning she was the ripe age of 13 years old when having a child. My finishing thoughts are that the coffin of Andy and Leyley has an interesting story, and the only thing that truly needs to be changed is the relationship between the main characters, by either not making them siblings or removing the romantic themes between those two completely obsolete. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you want to share your opinion, feel free to comment it. But until next time I post, see you next time.